Travis, I want to say congratulations because it is another win and it is another stoppage. So it takes you to 6-0 with 4 KOs. You are still the knockout king, but the disappointed, frustrated face tells more of a story. Talk me through it, mate.
Well, yeah. Originally, it wasn't really like what I'd planned to happen tonight, but I mean, it's one of them things. I think it was like the very first combination that I landed clean, and obviously when you start a fight and probably not warmed up and stuff like that, I warmed into a fight, so them things can happen, do you know what I mean? But ideally, I would have liked to have got 5 or 6 rounds and obviously experience going the 6 for the first time, but like I say, that didn't happen, so it is what it is really. Still a good win though, not many people have done that, so.
Well, I was just going to come on to that, absolutely. So, yeah, it was a first round stoppage, I think at around 35 seconds.
Yeah.
Looping head hook. He scrambled his senses, the legs kind of dipped at that point, didn't they? And then the referee made a decision.
Well, when he got back up, I thought he was
after.
obviously going to try and box on, but then every time I was trying to get him, I didn't really land clean after that, to be fair, so I was probably rushing my work a little bit too much, but you could see every time I was trying to get him, he was looking at the referee, so really, probably in hindsight, he should have probably just stayed down after the first clean knockdown, do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
It's one of them things.
But talking about Edvinas Paplaskas, out of his 34 losses, he's only been stopped 4 times. So not a massive amount. So a tough cookie on
Without
paper. So yeah, you are the knockout
I feel like
king.
he even started the fight like fast, because to me previous 5 fights I didn't really feel like there was a presence as much as what there was there tonight, do you know what I mean? So to be fair, I thought that was definitely a different style of boxer that was in front of us tonight, and I thought that he was going to be a much harder fight, but like I say, I was lucky enough to catch him clean straight away and put him away straight away, do you know what I mean? But
it might well have been that kind of come forward that's given you that beautiful opening to
without
land
a doubt,
that
because
shot.
I've never really experienced that as a professional in my career, and ideally that's what I would class myself as, a box counter fighter.
Yeah.
To be fair, I like to box on the back foot, so I always knew that tonight I'd probably get the opportunity to expose someone more than what I would in the previous fights that I've had, but like I say again, it didn't really take long and I caught him clean, and that was that, so.
The rest is history.
Aye.
So you'll be straight back in the gym on Monday morning?
No, a couple of weeks at the gym now, definitely a couple of weeks at the gym. The lads is fighting in Blackpool next week, like, so he says I'll have 2 weeks off. And this week for my week, and then I get their week off as well, like, so I've been fortunate in that sense.
Nice. Because you had a tough camp, you was out in Tenerife, did a good training camp, 5 days out there, came back, and then you come into this. So you're going to have your 2 weeks off. You're on our Sunderland card in May.
4th of May.
So that's going to take you to your 7th professional fight. So what does the rest of the year look like for you, Travis?
Well, I think
God
we've got
willing,
penciled in, like,
7.
hopefully in our aims and our targets, we want to try and realistically fight for the Northern Area title, but the ideal scenario was to get a few harder fights in from now until then, maybe 2 like 6 rounders, or maybe even a 6 and a 8, but that's why I'm a little bit annoyed tonight that I didn't get the rounds that I was expecting. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're not really there to take punches, are you? So if I can go in there and do that, then why not? Hopefully I can go in there and do that for the rest of my career, but in an ideal world, that's what everyone wants to do, don't they? So we'll see.
No, absolutely. Well, like I say, it's slightly frustrating for you. I know you would have liked to play for a little bit longer and get some more rounds under your belt, but we certainly enjoy watching you box.
Thanks.
And you are the KO king.
Thanks very much.
So you've moved to 6-0 with 4 stoppages. Congratulations, Travis
Cheers,
Waters.
thanks very much. Cheers, bye.
Thank you.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.